Okay, we're going to start by turning this photograph or this image into a spherical piece of art. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to need to crop it back into an equirectangular format. To do that, we're going to use the perspective crop tool. If you can't find that, it'll be the second one down if you click and hold. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the corners. I'm just going to select them right now. And then what we'll do is we'll use our zoom capabilities to zoom in and see if we can actually see where the actual corners are. So I'm guesstimating here. Can't quite see the corner. I think it's here. Let's see this one. Usually what we'll do is you'll need to actually leave that corner visible so that we can actually see where the actual drawing was. Like here, you can kind of see that that corner is right here. Once we've got it selected, we will then hit return, and that will crop the image into that equirectangular format. Next thing we need to do is change the image size. So we go to image size. We make sure that this is unlinked, and then we'll change it to 7776 by 3888. Automatic is what we want, and make sure resample is on, and make sure these are pixels, and hit OK. We now have an exact equirectangle. It's 2:1. The next thing we're going to do is shift this over so we can actually see how this and this side actually look. So we're going to go to Filter, Other, and we're going to Offset. And we're just going to offset it by some amount. You can kind of see how that just kind of shifts that line. We're going to hit OK. And now you can see we're going to have to do a little bit of work to get these two things to not have an edge. For that, we're going to use the spot healing brush tool. So we're just going to select it and make our brush size a little smaller. And then we're just going to paint the areas that we want to actually have the computer mushed together. You can make the brush size a little less hard, and it'll make for a better choice here. So let's see, we'll remove that. That's good. So far, the computer's doing a pretty good job. At least it won't be as obvious. Undo that. Let's see about this one. There, that kind of brings that together. Perfect. We've now removed that seam somewhat as good as we can. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this in spherical mode. So we're going to go to Filter, 3D, Spherical Panorama, and New Panorama from Selected Layers. It's going to ask if we should switch to the workspace, and we're going to select No so that we have all our tools still here. And now we're going to look at our bottom, and you can kind of see the bottom has this weird pinch, and so we're going to use our healing brush again, spot healing, and just make it a little bit bigger this time, and we're just going to spot heal this area so that's not so pinched. And maybe it does an okay job, maybe not. And then we're going to use the move tool and look at the ceiling, and we can kind of see that that whole area could be fixed quite a bit. I'm just going to zoom out so you can kind of see that. So again, spot healing, kind of get rid of that pinch, maybe bring some of these tendrils out here like this, see what happens. And that happens because you have a little too much detail at the tops and the bottoms. You want to focus really on the middle because the top and bottom are just a waste of effort and time. So we'll see how that looks. That looks pretty good. We're just going to zoom around now and see how our 3D panorama, and you can kind of see why we want to make sure that we're in the middle, because the middle is what we're seeing. There, that's it. So it looks pretty interesting. At this point, we're going to export this as a finished product by double-clicking the spherical map area here. And you can see all our edits are made at the bottom and the top. And this is the image you will save. So you go to File, Save As. And we're going to go to our desktop, and we're going to save it as a JPEG. And just call it assignment 4. your email name, 44. And that's it. I'm going to save it. And we will now upload it to Kula. That's it.